Right. There we go. Let me in.
It's just
It's just
me.
you. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Practice with Disaster, where we talk about all the worst things that could happen so you know how to avoid them. We are live every Tuesday at 10 a.m. from ServPro HQ here in Hamburg,
HQ.
our HQ.
That's true, yeah.
I'm here today with my lovely wife. I love when you guys are on together. Thanks, Haley. We're stars. We're celebrities. How does that make you feel?
Well, we are the best
We
couple.
are the best couple. Sorry to say that during Pride Month. Happy Pride Month,
Happy
everyone.
Pride
Uh,
Month.
we are here today to tell you guys about something messed up that happened here.
Yeah.
Um,
For once, it's not just
it's
the
not
people
just
out
some.
there having mess
No,
ups.
we're having. Well, isn't a mess up? I don't know. Um,
It was an
it was
accident.
an accident. Yeah, and I think I brought Nikki on here because I was not here. But last Thursday, we had a fire here at the ServPro HQ warehouse.
Facts.
It's actually outside where we normally go to haul our debris when we do demo and whatnot. I was
Hmm.
on the road coming back from the office and I called Nikki and I said, "Hey, do you want me to pick you up Starbucks?" Whatever I said, and you
And
were
shockingly, I
you were in a
said
state.
no when I almost always say
Well,
yes.
what happened? What was happening when I called you?
Um, what was like like a fire underneath the dumpsters outside soon became a gigantic, like the tree was engulfed.
Well, so what did you see? Like, what was the situation?
The situation was
You were sitting in your office or what?
such as I was sitting in my office and I smelled smoke, which is not uncommon because there's people who have fire damaged items in our warehouse. Um, but I was smelling it in my office, which was weird.
Yeah,
And so
normal.
out, I went out into the warehouse and I was like, what's that smell? And then I just start seeing like random people like in my periphery just like running around. I was like, okay, really what's happening?
Right.
And then my dad is running around. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, I'm getting a fire extinguisher. And I'm like, for what? And he's like, there's a fire out by the dumpster. So I went out to the back and it just was like this big, just black
I think I
smoke.
have a picture here. I'll
Oh
blow
yeah,
this
that's a
up.
good picture.
Oh, I'm screwing up our visual here, but hopefully
Okay.
you guys can see that. That's what was going on out there
Mm-hmm.
at that moment.
Facts.
So you've got this big plume of smoke here. You can see fire on the ground. This is actually when it was starting to be calmed down, so it was
Yeah.
bigger than this initially.
We're also luckily, like, I don't, if I could throw a frisbee, which I cannot, I could probably hit like the Hamburg Volunteer Fire Station. I would have to have also be riding on a good breeze that frisbee, but it's very close, is what I'm getting at. And they were super lucky because there was a shed behind there that's not our shed. That's like the business behind us is their shed, and there was like a wood fence and the tree, but really it was like all that cottonwood that's out. You guys see, like I always say, like it looks like a Build-A-Bear factory in here, just like stuffing everywhere. But we think it was that, and it was so hot last week, and just we think like we were moving metal around, and we think a spark might have. We don't know.
Yeah,
We
we
don't
don't
know.
know,
We
and there was
literally
no
don't know.
investigation, so we don't really know. But that's sounds likely were a lot of brush fires for that reason in the last week or so. It's just been so dry and hot. And
Yeah.
I did think it was interesting. You can tell me if maybe I'm just being sensitive,
Okay.
but when I was trying to think of what to talk about today,
Yeah.
it would seem like this would be the obvious thing
Yeah.
because it was a big deal. I mean, the fire department did come. We had a bunch of,
There was like three trucks.
yeah, I mean, it was a real firefighting effort here. And I didn't want to bring this up because I was like embarrassed. There was
About the
this sense,
fire?
well, yeah, because there's like, a, how could this happen to us, the people who deal with fires in some
Yeah.
capacity for a living? And also, it's just like, not, to me, I was like, is this not a good look? Do we look like we're causing dumpster fires? But in my, had to take a second and think like, the people that we deal with as our customers who suffer fires, have we ever once judged them for what's
No.
happened? No.
No.
Even if it was their fault.
Yeah.
In which in this case we don't know what caused the fire, but even in the craziest, wackiest situation, I don't think it's ever even crossed our minds to judge someone, to expect someone to be ashamed or uncomfortable, anything other than
No.
just like sad and shocked.
No, because it literally like can come from doing nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, like it could like doing work outside and next to our dumpsters, and the fire was not in the dumpster; it was
Right.
under
Yeah.
and next to, and it caught like a couch and like a. Luckily, those were all going to be disposed of anyways. But a couch and a mattress that caught all that stuff on fire, which we were lucky, and also a refrigerator that had rancid food in it that smelled so bad. It was so bad. I was gagging. But yeah, I think like even just with that, like something that's like so routine, it was like we were all like everyone's initial reaction was just to be like shush 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 shush.
Yeah.
Like don't
Shush, shush, shush.
shush shush
Well,
shush.
yeah, because
Yeah.
and we would never treat a customer like that. So I had to be like, we can be
No.
empathetic for ourselves here. We don't have to like feel weird or bad about this because a fire is a pretty emotional thing. Like
No.
you were when I was talking to you and you saw how severe it was and how bad it could have got. You were a little like traumatized, and it was not. And this compared to some of the fires we deal with in people's houses is like nothing at
Right.
all.
That's what
And
I'm saying.
it's
Like
such an emotional thing.
yeah, and like what was emotional about our fire? Like our garbage caught on fire was like literally nothing of value, like zero value, zero sentiment, nothing. Like just like was quite literally garbage that caught on fire, and it was still like stressful. I mean, everyone reacted like really quickly. The shout out to the guys next door, like they rushed over with their stuff and just started like pulling with like their like front loaders and their forklifts, like pulling stuff away so everything wouldn't just like continue to flame. And you know, our staff, our owners were had the fire extinguishers out and we're doing work. We were filling the bucket of the loader with water, which like was not
Whatever you could
effective because
do.
it took so long to do. But we're really lucky we were super close because I cannot like just how fast and how fierce it was. I cannot imagine that being inside someone's house.
Yeah, that oh crap moment of like, oh, this could get really.
My candle fell over. Like that's like the what it was essentially.
But even here, it was the feeling of like, oh crap, this could get out of control. Like you're there
Yeah.
for
It felt out of control.
the moment of like flashover when everything,
Just got brighter in
yeah,
here.
the Lord is smiling
Okay,
down upon us,
oh,
or it's getting creepier. I
okay,
can't
it's
tell.
getting creepy.
But the moment of flashover when kind of everything unites at once, and you really understand the power of a fire and the danger of a fire and the spread of a fire.
Power
Um,
of fire.
I can't thank the Hamburg Volunteer Fire Department enough. We're
Cool
gonna
guys,
figure
cool
something yes to do
guys.
for them. Um,
Yeah.
but they scrambled like 10 guys in the middle of a Thursday afternoon in like four
Oh, it was
minutes.
so
They came
hot
here and saved the day.
in their uniforms. I can't imagine.
Yeah, I was out there passing out water, and it's like such good spirits. Like it was no big deal, really to them, but to us, like just it was really incredible to see.
Yeah, we're having a freak out.
So that's the latest from here. That's
Exciting
our
week.
exciting week. We have picked up the pieces. It's all behind us, and
What's it called when like what was it called? Why did our tree go up? What's that word?
flashover.
Flashover.
Yeah, when everything sort of hits its combustible temperature at once, and that's when you see a fire, like in the movies, like it kind of explodes.
Yeah.
That can happen. It's actually
That's like what happened, I
it is,
felt like.
and that's more dangerous now than ever because this is sort of a weird thing to say now that I'm thinking about it, but because fire gear has gotten so much more improved, and
Yeah.
firefighters can kind of go onto the scene quicker than they would before. They're more
Yeah.
protected. Fire detection has improved. Fire protection has improved. Flashover is actually more dangerous than ever because you're more likely to be on the scene when it happens. Like you saw, we were out there.
Like me as a person.
Yeah, and if this were your house, your
Okay.
business, like you're going to be notified about that fire sooner, which is in many ways good, but it actually means you're more likely, the firefighters are more likely to be in there when it happens, which is really scary. So, what firefighters do, and especially the fact that like they're volunteers, is really incredible.
I know. I didn't even like volunteering like at the Hamburg Fair
Yeah,
or the Erie County Fair, I mean. And these guys volunteered to put out fires.
yeah, you paint a great mural though.
I did paint a great mural at the Friends of the Fair.
So thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys to the Hamburg Volunteer Fire folks, Chief Moses and all.
Yes.
Really
Thank you
shaking our
so
bacon.
much. Yes. There probably was rotten bacon in that fridge that got on
Ew,
fire.
gross. Time to.
Stinky ass fridge.
You want to draw the prize?
Yeah, I want to click the wheel.
All right, you're going to be our wheel clicker. So this is our prize wheel, and if you guys are unfamiliar with this wheel, I don't know how you're watching. It's for people in the Serve Pro Mug Club. I feel bad. I'm covering your face up. I'm going to cover my face up instead.
No, I don't care.
Nope, there you are. You're the star. You got the fire on top of you. Oh my God, it's kind of creepy. You have to be in that little crevice. Okay, if you're in the Mug Club, your number is on the wheel. If you're watching, you can get a double prize. Only way I can know if you're watching is if you leave a comment. So let us know, Nikki, as you
I'm
peer
clicking
out
it.
from the background. Here we go.
Already clicked it.
She done clicked it.
You got a lot of you got little slats in there.
A lot of people in the Mug Club.
A lot of people.
Those are going to be something new. 691. And that's going to be
Amanda Ross.
from Shunky Insurance. So, Amanda, if you're watching, let us know. Otherwise, we will reach out to you and let you know. And you will not get your double prize. Very sad. Thank you for being here with me on
You're
this
welcome.
Tuesday afternoon, morning. And thank you guys for hanging out. And thank you for the well wishes. We are okay. We are fine. But it was definitely an interesting Thursday for us.
Yeah. It made the day go by faster.
That's true.
That's true.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Happy Pride Month.